Hey 3D VTubers, do you want the ability to have hand tracking but can't afford a leap motion? Or maybe you have a leap motion but it burns your skin or maybe even melts it? Well, I got a solution for you.
Warudo
Is a free application that has built-in hand tracking and more. And yes, I could not pronounce that for the life of me. So the first thing we gotta do is head over to Steam and download.
Warudo
Once we have the application downloaded, we want to open it. Now that we have the application open, first thing we want to do is click on Basic Setup. We then want to click on Open Characters folder, drag and drop our character into the folder, close it, and then click on the drop down, and then select our avatar. Once the avatar is selected, we just want to hit OK. A pop-up message will appear on the screen, and then all we want to do is click on Yes, Recommend for Me, and then click OK. On the configure motion capture, we just want to answer these questions. Do we need to track our full body? If you wanted to, we want to select yes. Upper body, most definitely. Do you have a leap motion controller? If you have one, click yes, but we don't want to get burned today. Do you have an iPhone or iPad that supports Face ID? iPhone 10s and up will support this, so if you have one, yeah, we could totally use it. Do you have a working webcam? We're going to stick with webcam just for now for this example. So we're going to select yes, and then we're going to select our webcam down below and then click OK. Based on our answers, we recommend the following face tracking and pose tracking templates. So as we see here, it just says media pipe. We can change it to iFacial mocap or OpenC face. If you know what you're doing with those, please definitely try using them. Other than that, we're going to leave everything as default for this example, and then we're going to click OK. We're then going to get a pop-up saying that we can import our expressions, and we definitely want to do that. We should get a success message, and then we are shown our key bindings for our avatar. Make sure you write those down or just take a screenshot. Now we get to select our configured background. What we want to select is, I want the background to be transparent. This will be handy for OBS. Now we should get this done screen. We have completed the basic setup. We should be pretty much good to go. Now that we're set up, all we should have to do is click on the tab behind the main one, and there we are, with our hand tracking. But we're not done just yet.
Warudo
There's a crazy amount of settings. Let's go through those really quick. If we click down one tab from onboarding system to camera, we'll see that we have so many camera options, different outputs, sensitivities, and so much more. More options than I've ever seen in any other VTubing application. So make sure you go through this and fine tune it to your preference. If we go from camera to directional light, we could change things like color of the light, if it affects the character's props, and everything else. So we are going to skip over character and go to media pipe tracker. Over here, we can select things like our different characters, our webcams, and if we want to show our webcams or not. We do want to scroll down a little bit though. This is where we're going to calibrate our face tracking. So if we need to reset our face tracking because our camera moved or anything like that, we just hit calibrate, calibrated successfully. Great. Main thing we want to go and really focus on it. Some of you might have problems with your hand tracking. Your hands might be all over the place. So we want to hold our hand close to our ear with the palm facing towards the camera and click on calibrate hand tracking. It'll tell us to do the exact same thing I just said and then click OK. It will then calibrate the hand tracking and make sure that the hand tracking is in the correct position. And you can also play with the settings to make it a little bit more fine-tuned. Okay, so now let's set up
Warudo
onto OBS. Now that we have OBS open with a dedicated scene, all we want to do is under sources, click on the plus icon and go to game capture. Then what we want to do is create a new source and we're going to call it the application name and maybe just add a 1 or a 2 at the end and then click OK. We want to click on allow transparency, mode, capture specific window, we want to find the application and then click OK. Then we want to move the character into the proper position and maybe change the size of it if we wish to do so. But let's add a background. To do that, we were going to click on the plus icon and then we could do game capture again if we want to add a game, and basically the exact same thing that we did before with the avatar, but I'm just going to add an image. Then I'm going to click on add existing image. If you need to add your own image, basically the same setup as game capture, but I'm going to click on main background and then I'm going to click OK. I'm going to make sure that the main image, whether that be our video game or an image itself, is down one below the avatar itself. And just like that, we're good to go. Let me know in the comments down below if you use this application and what you think of it. I'm your VTuber Senpai. I upload here every Wednesday, and I stream here on YouTube every Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come on by, say hi, and well, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Warudo,
Warudo.
Warudo,
Warudo.
Warudo,
Warudo.
Warudo.
Warudo. Yeah, I'm not getting this. No. I'm just going to use Google Translate.